Salutations, this is Grim Devel. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Caves of Cud. We're Nashrumir, the repugnant, oh so repugnant, bzzzt. And we're at Yafo. I think we're about to go to Grit Gate. We've been to Grit Gate recently, but we're going to go to Grit Gate for the next quest. Which I guess we don't actually have a quest right now. We're going to take the next quest, which you may or may not know will involve a battle, and I wanted to make sure that we saved the game at a checkpoint by going to Yafo before that happened. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go, but I guess if you don't know what's going to go on, we're just going to go, and I'll talk about it once it starts. So we're going to go. You use the recoiler. Actually, what's our yeah, we've got about 100 pounds of encumbrance to spare. Let's use the Grit Gate recoiler. We are transported. And let's eat, because why not? A little porridge. Saves versus disease. Which is also very nice if you accidentally drink some sludge at Golgotha. Alright. Here we go. Nashrumir, I've brought the decoded signal to Barathrum, and he's finished musing on it. We have fresh instructions for you, journey friend. Are you ready to hear them? Yes. Barathrum needs you for an undertaking of great importance. You must journey to Omenporch, far to the north. Oh, right. I forgot that this was first. I thought I was preparing myself for something. I jumped the gun. I was preparing for something that happens after. I forgot that this was the next part. Forget what I was saying. We're fine. You must journey to Omenporch, far to the north. There the spindle stretches from earth to sky. Unfortunately, a troublesome merchant from the consortium of Phyta has relocated there and declared herself Earl of Omenporch. We need you to broker a deal so that we may lease control of the spindle. Failing that, you'll need to dispose of the self-appointed Earl. Be careful on your approach to Omenporch, journey friend. So far east into the reaches of Cud, the Putis Templar lie in wait. Yeah. Putis Templar are east in Cud. Who are the Putis Templar? The Putis Templar, or the Sons and Daughters as they call themselves, are an order of knights who claim descendancy from the Eaters, the ancient folk who wrought the chrome halls of Cud. Beware them. For while they despise all mutants, they harbor a special malice for Barathrum. Take care that you do not find yourself inside one of their slave pens. Oh, what is the purpose of this? That will be revealed to you in due time. Do not forget your place, journey friend. I will secure the spindle for Barathrum. All right, the Earl of Omenporch. And yes, we are a mutant, so in theory the Putis Templar should hate us. Mutants start with lower reputation. However, if we look at reputation and look at the Putis Templar way down here, they are neutral. They are neutral with us. We aren't welcome in their holy places, but they don't care about us. And aggressive ones will still attack us. But generally speaking, they're fine with business. We're so unthreatening that even the Putis Templar, basically the Nazis of Caves of Cud, they're fine with us. Because we're just so repugnant and unthreatening. All right, so we're gonna go to Omenporch, which is not what I thought was happening next. No problem. Let's just go. Actually, do we have anything that we need to... We're still looking for Uber Nostrum injectors, and I know we were just here. There has been some restocking of inventory. Oh, wait, no, that was in Yafo. Okay. I think we did look here. I'm pretty sure I tried to figure out, like, who might be selling tonics. And I don't think anyone here is selling tonics, which is what we need. We really want Uber Nostrum injectors. Okay. I know we just checked here, but I really just kind of I'm doubting myself. Yeah, nothing like that. Because we still have body parts that we need regenerated. What was that noise? A Seppa falling asleep? What about Shem -1? You got anything? Right, no, just like cybernetics. Alright. Alright, we'll go up. We're going to go to Almond Porch. And Almond Porch is going to be interesting because it's a quest that will eventually involve switching some reputation around and potentially making some enemies, which, you know, we're trying not to make any enemies here. You know, the other thing that we still want to do is get goat folk back on our good side. I don't like that goat folk are hostile to us. And all we need to do is find a forked helm, and we should be able to do that. Which means we need to find a goat herder or just find a forked helm, which sometimes we might need to kill some goat folk to get that. Do we want to do that before... let me fly. Before going to Almond Porch. There's also this Saruk, which we might want to go to. That we'll probably have to kill goat folk on the way, or even there. I don't want to make a reputation with goat folk worse. All right, well, we made it right. Oh, wait, have we been here? Maybe we were here. Obviously, we've been here, but do we have an artifact? Wow, I'm totally blanking on this. Do we have an artifact from this place that I'm forgetting about? I don't know if we have anything specifically with that name, but obviously if we've been here and got the artifact... Let me just go down the stairs. Right. Oh no, we've definitely been here. Right, I think we got the thing. Someone will have to remind me. Or I can just look back, but I'm pretty sure we have been here. All right, I'm gonna make camp. You know what? Let's cook from a recipe here. Let's just get a little more hit points. Okay. And boy, you know, I guess forked helms probably aren't that common that it makes sense. Oh, a lair. That it makes sense to just like try to kill. Order of the Scourge of Tunip. Oh, is that who lives here? That's interesting. Forked helms are not so common that we can probably just go around. They're madpoles. Madpoles are, yeah, still angry at us. Yeah, we don't want to be at the Salt River. Hold on. Ideally, we want to find a goat herder, but I don't know where we could possibly find one, unless we start finding villages. All right, I'm going to ignore the goat folk and just hope we eventually come across something. I don't think Kyakukya has... Have we been to Kyakukya? I'm honestly not remembering. So I'm going to keep this highlighted for now, but I'm pretty sure we have been there, and I got to remember to turn that off. No, we haven't been to Kyakukya. All right. Let's see. So, Warden Indrix. Yeah, let's read this. Beneath a mane of coarse hair, Warden Indrix's lips move without issuing forth any sound, perhaps in the formation of a litany invoked in the name of the vengeful god he serves. The coarse hair grows in an uninterrupted mass down his torso, that of a human, but broader and more taut with muscle than any man's, disappearing only behind the sash of his kilt. But for Mayor Nuntu and the warden himself, No one knows the circumstances of Indrix's estrangement from his kin, for no one dares mention it lest they draw the warden's ire. One of his great curling horns has been cleanly cloven from his head, however. That same horn, along with several others, hang from a belt slung low about Indrix's hips, giving him the distinction of being the only warrior to bear his own appendage as a trophy. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, you're admired by this village, loved by wardens, loved by pariahs, but you're hated by goat folk. For some reason you won't share, and disliked by birds. So we're not going to be doing the water ritual with you. But I suppose we can get your quest? Maybe. Yeah, let's see. What's a good voice for Warden Indrix? Make haste, traveler. Why are you called Pariah? Speak nothing of that name to me. You were warned. Yeah, I'm not going to insist. That's not, Nashramir's style. I'm in search of work. There is but one task I know to offer. It is most treacherous, and in all likelihood, you will perish. Is your interest waned? No. Continue. I'm not gonna keep doing that voice that bad. There is a river just south of the village that runs an eastwardly course into the jungle. Along its bank lies a goat folk village. There resides a mighty shaman, Mammon Soul Drinker. He is in possession of a talisman of great power, an amaranthine prism that refracts the psyche of its handler in much the same way as Mayor Nuntu has explained to me a common prism refracts light. The thing is cursed, traveler. No man or goat may safely wield it for long. You must travel to the village and retrieve the prism from Mammon by any means necessary. Do you understand? Why don't you retrieve it yourself? Because, traveler, Mammon is my elder brother. He would discern my presence before I could strike. Is there anything else I should know? There is. Firstly, Mammon will likely have several goat folk under his enthrallment, and they will protect him at all costs. Secondly, take care to stay out of Mammon's reach, for his power is most potent when he may lay hands on you. Finally, once you recover the prism, do not under any circumstances wield it. I needn't warn you of the consequences should you return to me bearing that charm. That is all. Are you willing? I am willing. All right. Excellent. Is Mammon dead? Have you recovered the talisman? Where will I find him again? Just south of the village, there's a river that runs on an eastwardly course into the jungle. Follow it to the Goatfolk village. There you will find Mammon. All right, the river that runs an eastwardly course. My thanks, Warden. And here we have Mayor Nunto. A toga wraps his hulking, bright fur frame, and a broad brim shades his wise and wide-set eyes. A sedentary life has sapped some of his ape strength. Burly shoulders slouch their weight onto a walking stick. A belly swells the linen around his waist, and plump, sloping cheeks rim a warm and welcoming grin. So you're also hated by a couple of villages, and disliked by grazing hedonists. I'm not going to do the water ritual with you either, but we'll talk to you. Be ape still and muse, wanderer, and welcome to my village, Kyakukya. Have some mulled mushroom cider. You are an albino ape. Correct. Why do you call it your village? Bad habit. It's a possessive feeling I should work to scrub myself of, perhaps. But I am its mayor, and I have been for some time. You see, years ago, I deserted my people. We were of two different minds. They desired nothing but to bludgeon everything to death, while I asked, what is the nature of this thing we bludgeon, or of the act itself? Recognizing that my answers lay elsewhere, I cast myself into the swell of the wilds, as a sailor from Perth with no wind-weird casts their ship to the whims of the pale sea. Some years later, and 20 ago, I came upon these mushrooms' huts and their goodly inhabitants. They are a people full of earthen poetry, and I was charmed by the warmth they welcomed me with. Surely I owed my acceptance at first to the countenance I share with their mighty God, but they soon grew to love me, and I them. I've remained here ever since in contemplation of those questions that first stirred in me all those years ago. Oh, what can you tell me about Kyakukya? We're watered by the river Spray. We pluck the fruit of the wood, and we hunt. The worshippers of Oborokoro whittle and brood, too. They will pay you no mind, unless you ask of them. Here you can be with friends, or muse alone. If it's trade goods that interest you, take a gander at Yerl's wares in the northwest corner. The odd one crow songs, too, if you can scry them in the bush. I must warn you, however, cast no villain's shadow on these grounds. Warden Indrix will be watching. Who is Yerl? Yerl is a harmless cucumber vine. They came to Kyakukya a few years ago, after the last consortium chandler. A wicked little hyacinth named Plisago suffered something of an accident. In Tarotep's defense, Plisago shouldn't have berated someone with claws so close in resemblance to pruning shears. At any length, Yerl stocks a plethora of goods. You will be satisfied with your visit. Who is Crowsong? Oh, another of our dwellers. I won't speak to what Crowsong's deal is. Best you find them and ask yourself. Who is Indrix? Warden Indrix is one of the most ferocious warriors I've ever met. Once upon a time, he and his brothers gorged themselves on the flesh of beasts by starlight, but now I count myself lucky to call him my warden. Some believe he is of sour kind, although I assure you he's but a victim of his goatish nature. Let's trade. All right, so we've got an advertisement for a scriptorium. We've got the Corpus Calleus, which we don't need yet, but it is good to know it is here. Although we may have already found one, I can't recall. But I do want... It's always nice to have an advertisement for a legendary merchant of any kind. So let's go ahead. Actually, do we have... Is our equipment set for ego? We can't wear anything on our face. All right, yeah, I think so. All right, let's get that advertisement. We've got lots of stuff to sell. What do we want to sell first? I probably don't need to be carrying around these magnetized boots. We're not going to sell the plastifer. Okay. Oh yeah, all this stuff. Well, it doesn't. That doesn't. This is £0. Trying to see what makes sense here in terms of weight versus how much we can get from the things. We have too much wealth. What did we have? Copper nuggets. We've got 4 copper nuggets. Let me give you a silver nugget and a couple of. Actually, let me give you all of our beaded. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's read that book. Advertisement for the scriptorium of Shwimukat, legendary scribe. The finest goods at the scriptorium of Shwimukat, legendary scribe. Travel 6 parasangs west and 1 parasang south of the Eid Freehold. So not close. Not close at all, but we note the location. And we've got that now. Oh, there's still more to talk with Mayor Nuntu about, which hopefully you're enjoying my voice for Nuntu. Is there work to be found here? Waterhand, you are. Speak to my friend and warden Indrix. You'll find him patrolling the village. Have you heard news of Gerslings on Cud's surface? The Watervine farmers of Yafo confirm it is true. This actually isn't something that I usually get because I don't usually start in Yafo, so this is cool. As far west as Yafo, you say? Oh, grim. Yes, we found the remains of pale things in the mouth of Svi. Does the gear widen again? Gear? Live and drink. Alright, that's awesome. Anything around here there's strange furniture we know. Mushroom flesh. Spore-rich slime glistens on the cage-like fruiting body, trimmed like a hedge to conform with the ordered angles of domesticity. Cool. Have we seen a Barathrum clock? Barathrum's invention records time to the momentary tick by regulating its advance with a crown wheel. On learning of its utility, the Water Barons commissioned the assembly of dozens more in order to take precise measurements of their reservoirs at set moments of the day. All right, let's take a look. Have we looked at a stool? Nothing is in situ, everything is in motion, and the seated must prepare for the next moment when the memory of leisure is burned in neurotic effigy. The stool abides these truths. What is this? A stone columbary and with some information. Etched into this mead hall for small winged friends are stories they cannot understand. This object is a monument to the scene from the history of Kyakukya. In 979, Nuntu, the legendary albino ape, grew tired of bludgeoning things to death and journeyed to a root-strangled place on the river Svi. There he came upon Kyakukya and its inhabitants. The villagers of Kyakukya asked Nuntu to employ his magisterial skills and lead the village, which jives with what Nuntu just told us. I think we've seen pricklers, bulbous snags of plant clustered in sundry sizes, spines poke through the dusty spider matting that dresses them. A mensa, it scratched on top where a pestle splintered the wood. Looking around, we got a wood sprog here, a body time fit to living in the smalls of spiral roots is kept warm by a layer of symbiotic moss fur. I think we've seen that before. And we have a sign that reads, Fine wares from the consortium of Phyta. And here we have Ural. Ural, a sentient cucumber vine, puts their roots down in a squat clay pot on the floor of their hut. Myriad wares rest on oaken shelves throughout the room, and with her tendrils, Ural exhibits them to interested customers by crawling along an iron trellis. You notice that Ural creeps toward products almost before you think of them. The gift of telepathy affords the sprightly vine a distinct advantage as a chandler. I think chandler? We've got a octagonal table here. I think we've seen that before, as well as a plastic tree. All right, let's talk to you. And this is telepathy, so friends, guns, knives, hats, cucumbers. You're a member of the consortium of Phyta, right? What do you know about the Earl of Amonporch? Asphodel the socialite. Asphodel the scoundrel. You can hate them, and I do. But you have to admire them. I don't. The truth of it is that Plissago had the idea first, to lay claim to the spindle per some precedent of law established in Abram's time. Of course, Plissago isn't around to make their case, are they? How can I convince Asphodel to lease the spindle to Barathrum? Asphodel trades on reputation and favors. Z is likely to want to leverage your connections, so be in good social standing with a few factions for them to even consider it. Now, alternatively, if you're loved by the consortium, Z will feel the pressure to acquiesce. Z has enough enemies among Phyta. Of course, where all else fails, you can always sharpen your shears, if you get my meaning. Ural winks with one of their leaves. I see. Live and drink, Ural. What are you? What's your story? I'm Yerl, Chandler and Consortium Notary. As for my story, I've been growing out of this pot for a while now. Before that, I was in another pot. Consortium. Yes, the Consortium of Phyta. We're a merchant fellowship of trees, vines, shrubs, weeds, flowers, herbs, cacti, algae, most sorts of plants, really. I can't say I trust any of them, but there is no doubting their usefulness. My shelves are full, and the gossip flows. Oh, what about fungi? Oh, Earl flicks a leaf in displeasure. What about fungi? Are there any fungi in the consortium? Earl flicks several of their leaves. No. Shop's closed. But live and drink. But I am a gentle plant friend. Uncross your roots and figure it out. Live and drink. I can still trade. They said shop's closed, but let's see. You've got a chain pistol. Is there anything that you have that we want? Well, we can't identify any of these things. Although don't we have a no, we don't have anything to wear on our face where we'd be able to identify the thing. Well, we don't have a face, so even if we did, we couldn't wear it. Let's look at these engravings. Okay, that's new information. So light gleams off the edging of a small curio. With a scene from the life of the ancient Sultan Emed II. After treating with insects, Emed II convinced them to help her, found a scriptorium and Harkalep neighborhood for the purpose of writing chronologies for miniature clocks. They named it the Scriptorium of the Perpetual. Very nice. And how about this one? Ooh, it's Reshef. Excellent. That's XP. In 3BR, Rebecca betrayed Reshef by stealing the mark of death from the gate to the tomb of the Eaters. In punishment, Reshef excommunicated her from the Sultanate. Ooh, Rebecca. Shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have done it. Or maybe should have, I'm not sure. Yeah, no weapons that we need. Nothing else is great. I mean, some of the stuff might be good if we identify it, but we have no means of doing that at the moment. There are other merchants here. Warden Indrix's artifact clicks. That's interesting. Here's Crow Song. Someone is swaddled in the fleece of life and death. Grass, fern, and moss grow on or are the svelte figure's clothes, and mushroom caps are the buttons and fasteners. A lyra pipe of needlepoint ivy curtains their face. Horn holds round their waist, and peeking through the canopied shoulder are the carved hilts of sword twins. Yeah. Let's talk to you, Crow Song. I am Nashramir. Who are you? Crow Song, Death Wonder. A colony of ants eating me. The leaves, the light, and thereon. Why are you hiding in the bush? Hiding, no. Being, grass, the feeling of animate being, radiate inward like a turned-out star. Why are you here in Kyakukya? Death is the color of everything, but sometimes it waves in bright ribbons, like here. The whittlers weigh their passing goods, and the walls are corpse eaters. Your twin blades are works of art. Where did you get them? Tugged from the claws of one who had become a cord in time's silly carpet. I outrooted the hilts and sheathed the blades, and now I am he. I still have the nail dirt. Let's trade. Okay, so you've got some slugs, some food, not much else. So interestingly, Crowsong is one of the only, maybe the only creature in the game that has the metamorphosis mutation, which you can get even in the base game without turning on experimental features by dominating Crowsong, and then doing and then permanently becoming Crowsong as you can do. So very interesting character. Also, yep, new information about Kyakukya. Etched into this mead hall for small-winged friends or stories that cannot understand. Under the beetle moon, folks settled here to gather goods of passage for Ape Sad Oborokoru, and so Kyakukya was founded. Very nice. Oh, and here, I don't think we've seen a Cyclopean gibbon before, and worshipper of Oborokoru. Long fur-dressed limbs spring her slender frame across the brachiated world. One eye breaks the plane of her naked face. A lack of depth perception might inhibit her throwing efficacy. No, we have read this before. Were she not able to triangulate a target with her duplicates? We definitely have. Okay, and over here, hey, it's a statue of Obarokoru. This stone idol of Obarokoru stands 20 spans tall. Its nameless sculptor chose to depict the ape god sitting cross-legged with each of his 3 pairs of gargantuan arms grasping each other. The idol is swathed in vines, its caretaker ceding to nature, save where the herbage has threatened to obscure Obarokoru's gentle countenance. Wreaths of flowers of every hue the forest begets, azure, chartreuse, indigo, carnelian, litter the base of the shrine, insignificant offerings to what appear to be a callous god. Very cool. Maybe we'll meet Obarokoru one day. We got some graffiti here. Oh, actually, weathered wood with hanging mask. That's not what. So it's weathered wood. Here are several stripped trunks of sallow brine stock bonded with mud. But this is with hanging mask. Here are several. Hung against them from a quartet of nails is a frayed mothwing mask. Its delicate leaves of rust plaster are crocheted with nanoweave and stretched across an armature of stiff wire. Where eyes once peered and a mouth breathed, resin now fills the gaps. That was unexpected. What? And it's got 10,000 pounds. Yeah, they all are. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's preserve our food and drink some mulled mushroom cider. Quickness saves to bleeding, and high chance that itchy skin doesn't develop into a fungal infection. All right. That's about it. Here's a hammock. Brine straw was braided into a rope lattice saddle for slinging between 2 old oaks and napping. The fibers on the middle sag are extra frayed from the center mass strain of a reclining ass. Oh, I think we've seen that too. I'm always forgetting. Have we seen? I think we've also seen a humor. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Because that's what killed, or part of what killed the alchemist. Okay. This episode's been going on, so let's. I don't want to kill. I don't actually. Is the quest to kill Mammon Soul Drinker? No, it's not, which is important. It's to travel to the Goatfolk village and find Mammon Soul Drinker and return the Amaranthine Prism. That does not necessitate killing Mammon Soul Drinker, which is important for us because Mammon Soul Drinker is probably neutral. Let's find out. It should be listed here. I can't quite remember the name of Mammon's faction, but I think I'll notice it when I see it. I'm pretty sure it's. I think it's obvious. But I'm not seeing. Nothing's striking out to me here. But look, I'm pretty sure because the only people that are hostile are goat folk. Well, okay, that's fair. Mammon is... Actually, I don't think Mammon even belongs to the goat folk faction. I think Mammon and the goat folk are enemies, which is interesting. But other than that, it's just the kinfolk of the Great Inkwell who are, like a cult guarding a historic relic, I think. So we could go after... I don't think we've seen an enigma snail. I'm not sure. Maybe we did, like in the stilt. A giant cone of calcareous shell conceals a soft-formed body. It tilts to the side, and its many whirls are sequenced to impress the eye with pleasing geometry before swerving to uncomfortable and dizzying disharmony. The thing is, if we do go for Mammon, we will probably have to kill goat folk, or at least be chased by goat folk along the way. Well, let's see. I mean, we've got wings. We've got a lot of hit points. We're a high level. We're going to be survivable. And if we see someone with a forked helmet... All right, I'm looking for the river. They said the river was east, right? All right, let's come down here. All right, still no river. Hello. Yeah, you don't happen to have a, I mean, I will, as long as they're not purple, I think we can still kill them. Let's see how we do against this bully here. Just like raw melee combat. Okay. And again, there's no incentive to killing them other than some loot, which I guess I'll take. All right, heal up. It might be interesting to to explore the downstairs here, though. All right. Yeah, I don't love that. Let's fly. Let's fly away. Heal up. I do want. I am where they did say east, didn't they? The Naftali are friendly, so that's good. And it won't stop people from attacking each other. I could have sworn it was east. Okay. Here's a ruin. Actually, these areas, I think, are better to look for things like foretowns. Ooh, okay. Excellent. We have found... night vision implant. Okay. Doesn't weigh anything. Fantastic. That's a nice amount of wealth there. Okay. The goat folk will be hostile. Okay, and that's a sower, so we don't want to get too far away from you, actually. We do want to be close. Let me remind myself of what abilities we have here. Yeah, okay. Wait, let me get up to you. I don't want to use my, We are getting hurt, aren't we? Like, significantly. All right, let's fly away. All right, hold on. Let's go back to Kyakukya. I don't want to use my, I didn't want to use my discharge because I would hit neutrals. That would then be mad at me. Indrix, where did you go? You did say east, right? Eastwardly course. Oh, just south of the village. Okay. My poor reading comprehension. All right, there it is. So we're going to follow this river. Okay. We are hungry. Let's do a little cooking. Well, I didn't mean pick ingredients, but you know what? Sure, fine. You know what? Let's cook with some can't have it all just for fun. And my face. No, we're not going to eat my face. You know what? Maybe some because people are going to be throwing sowing seeds at us, which might be flame damage. Although I'm not sure. I don't want to use lava right now. How about some salty water to taste? And how about some cider? Just cook with those. +1 toughness. Excellent. And we can use pyro kinesis. Oh, I didn't realize I was inspired. Whoops. Okay. Well, I guess we got a new recipe. I wouldn't have used can't have it all for that, but there we go. What is that recipe then? I did not. I'm always inspired. I always forget. Recipes. Which one is it? It's Menashermir's sizzling salt inside of marinated gaster paste and spice. Okay. Okay, there it is. Cider, water, and fire ant gaster paste. Okay. Well, not the hardest ingredient to find, but I think we would have to. No, we have butchering, right? We butcher, don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay. All right, let's keep following the. All right. It's a little annoying navigating through the woods. We're not coming across. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we've got our light rail, Mayurukat. All right, cool. Yeah, come over to me. All right, there's an ape. So I don't want to discharge because I'll hit the ape. And the ape is my friend. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm not going to take that longsword. That's probably a sower. Oh, no, it's not. It's a bully. Bully's fine. All right. I'm going in to help, but there's no incentive for me to help because I don't get XP. It's just in my brain that like, oh, I should get the final hit so that I get the XP. There's no XP from fighting here. I will disassemble the Isakari rifle. And I'll take the carbide dagger. That is light enough. There's a lot of trash here. That's nice. Strange tubes. A mortar tube. That's probably really heavy. No, it's not that heavy, actually. It is it's a very light, heavy weapon. And I'll take the electro bow, even just as a selling. Or, well, they're fighting. That's fine. I'm going to auto-explore to get some of this trash. I think we were accidentally hit. Yeah, that's what happened. I'm going to get away from the battle and go over to where all this trash is over here. Hold on. There was a gun. Chrome revolver. Yeah, take that. Oil. How much oil do we have? 8 drams. That's enough, I think. Is it? Yeah, it's enough. Okay. Yeah, they're all fighting over here. Although oh, what did I just... Oh, I made an albino ape pelt. Did I pick it up? I butcher into an albino ape pelt. Where did it go? Where's the pelt? It didn't say... I didn't see it say that I picked it up. Where is it? Where's the pelt I butchered? Or maybe I did pick it up. It's 10 pounds. Well, I guess I'll carry it until I drop it. Oh, sorry, until it makes sense to drop it. They are not hostile? That's... Why are you neutral? Not that I'm complaining. But why are you neutral? All right, well, let's see if any of them have a forked horn. A forked helmet, rather. I don't see one on any of them. Really interesting that they're neutral to me here. Why is that? You do have an artifact equipped. That could theoretically be it. You are hurt? I will watch you attack other things, if that's what's going on. No, I don't think that's happening. The artifact could theoretically be... I don't want to kill these folks if they're neutral to me. I don't understand why they're neutral. That's so weird. Why are these goat folk... Well, okay, my goat folk reputation is only negative 250, which means docile ones won't attack me. So these ones, for whatever reason, are docile. And I don't know why this location... In this location, the goat folk are docile, because clearly there are jungle tiles where they are aggressive. Alright, I should put in a cut, but I do... Oh. Hold on. Hey. You're dislike... Okay, no, we don't want to do the ritual with you. Alright, just keep going. We should put in a cut. This is as good a place as any to do it. So, I think next episode... Oh, I could be looking at a lot of descriptions of things, too, that I'm not doing. Like I think a lot of the goat folk, I don't know if we've described. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I should also very quickly look at the description of Kyakukya. Here's the jungle village of ape god worshippers and their giant mushroom dwellings. And here's the river Svi. I think we maybe looked at the description. Svi urges over the salt-capped peaks and spills into the vine-braided loam. Her banks are shaded by the chrome carcasses of giants. And I'll come back here. But yeah, I think we might just finish the Mammon Soul Drinker quest, actually, before we go to Almond Porch, because I would love to get goat folk back on our good side. I enjoyed playing with you today, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.